Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Sports. Let's jump right in to today's good news. For the good news today, we take a look at a heartfelt story for the holidays. The Good Sports organization is working with the Chargers NFL Foundation to provide gear and other equipment for children who are less fortunate around the holidays. Now, Good Sports has the reputation of helping kids each year, and they provide games and other things for other sports as well, not just football. But for the holidays, they're doing a football giveaway for gear to people less fortunate. Also, on New Year's Eve, the Good Sports and Chargers Foundation are hosting a football game, where anybody can come, and it is up for anyone who wants to come, and it's a really good way to help their communities and help people who are less fortunate. Yeah, a really heartfelt story for the good news today. Now, let's move on to today's bad news. For the bad news today, we look at the 49ers receiver named Brandon Aiyuk. Now, at the mid to end part of last year's NFL season, so the 2024 NFL season, Brandon Aiyuk was severely injured, tearing his ACL. Now, when players are hurt during their rehab, they still have to attend players' meetings and other parts in their contract. However, Brandon Aiyuk was not showing up to any of these, and this is a violation of his contract. And Brandon Aiyuk is now thought of being let go by the 49ers at the end of the season due to his terrible behavior and not wanting to be on the team, essentially because he didn't show up to anything after his injury. Now, the 49ers have voided his guarantees, which means he's guaranteed a certain amount of money, but they're not going to pay him that because he violated the contract and didn't show up to the players' meetings. So now the big debate is whether or not they're going to keep him, trade him, or just let him go, period. But he's such a talented receiver, and it sucks how he is throwing his career away in a sense. But yeah, just a very terrible and interesting topic too. For the big sports topic today, we'll be debating the designated hitter in baseball. Now, if you don't know what the designated hitter is, let's take it back a step. In baseball, up until a few years ago, pitchers used to bat in both the American and National League. However, the commissioner wanted to change this and allow an extra hitter to only bat and take the spot of the pitcher. So now there are 9 guys who are hitting, but only 8 of them are taking the field because obviously of the pitcher it has to pitch. Now, the debate is whether the designated hitter was a good thing or a bad thing. Now, I think the designated hitter was a good thing because it allows more fun, because when the pitcher would come out, you wouldn't expect much. However, I do think it took away the aspect of bunting, because if the pitcher came up in a spot where they needed a runner to get to second base, third base, whatever, the pitcher would bunt. But I think it's added more excitement because now there are more home runs with an extra guy being able to hit. But yeah, let me know what you think about the designated hitter and if it should have been added, or whether it's a good idea. And to wrap up today's episode of The Good, the Bad, the Sports, I will be doing my Week 16 NFL picks. Now, to recap, since we're in the home stretch of the NFL season, there are games on Saturday, and obviously the Thursday game. The Thursday game between the Seahawks and Rams was insane. The Seahawks somehow won the game, even though they were down by 20 points at one point, and they just kept scoring, and won the game. It was insane. Eagles were always in control against the Commanders and took a dominant win. And Packers-Bears, this game was insane. The Bears scored 16 unanswered points to beat the Packers in OT, and now they are in first place in that division, but it might come down to the end in that division. Now, Chargers-Cowboys, the Chargers should win. They're just a better overall team. Vikings-Giants, Vikings are going to keep the momentum rolling and come out with a win in that game as well. Bengals, Dolphins. The Bengals are going to bounce back after being shut down on offense by that Ravens defense that hasn't been playing good this year, but finally showed up in that game. Bucks, Panthers. Panthers going to win that one, and look for the Panthers to make a playoff berth this season. Jets, Saints. Saints are a little bit stronger of a team than the Jets, in my opinion, so I think the Saints should pull that one out. Bills, Browns. Bills. Not even a question. Not Browns, Bills. Chiefs, Titans. No Mahomes. Gardner Minshew is still a good backup. I think the Chiefs should win that one comfortably still. Jags, Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos. Bo Nix keeps playing like that. It's going to be a good day for them. Falcons, Cardinals. Falcons. Look for that one to be a high-scoring game because neither of them have particularly good defenses. Texans, Raiders, man, this is going to be a brutal game to watch. Texans are going to demolish the Raiders. Lions should beat the Steelers comfortably at home, too, so that's giving them an advantage. Patriots, Ravens. The Patriots are going to bounce back against a tough, heartbreaking loss last week. Niners, Colts. I'm going to go with the Niners. The Colts are really struggling as of late, and with Phillip Rivers, I don't think they could beat the tough Niners offense and defense. But yeah, these are all my picks. Let me know what you think.